Hey everybody, this is Lara with Light Body Healing and Consulting. Welcome to the Count Away the Pounds, Not the Calories webinar. I'm so happy to have you here. This is so exciting. This is my very first webinar. So I hope you'll be patient with me and give me some really constructive, positive feedback. Just gonna wait until 4:30 to get started, but I wanted to come on early to see who all was here and engage with you guys a little bit. So we have two chats going. I'm going to try to do the best I can to moderate them on my own. There's a chat on the YouTube page itself, if that's where you're coming from. And there's also, I put a chat on my website page. So either one of those I can see at the moment. So feel free to throw something in there, questions, comments. If you can't hear me or there's any technical difficulties, definitely let me know that stuff. If questions come up or if I say anything you don't understand, definitely let me know in the chat there. So, all right. Oh, it's 4:30. It's time to get started. So exciting. All right. Yeah, so welcome. Like I said before, I'm really excited to have you here. Come on in and get comfortable. Grab a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen to write stuff down, take notes. Or maybe as some things come up, you don't want to forget them later. So there's going to be some meditation and some reflection time as well during this time. So I hope you guys are ready to just sit back and relax and absorb and reflect. So go ahead and get started. Go ahead and turn your phones off and any other distractions. Maybe there's kids, husbands, dogs, whatever. Close the door, tell them this is your quiet time, this is your alone time, and be fully present for the information that I'm going to present today. So I'm going to screen share, and I appreciate your patience. Okay. Ta-da. Awesome. All right. So wouldn't you love to drop those lingering pounds and stop counting the calories? Better yet, wouldn't you love to ditch the binge eating and learn how to reduce stress naturally? Well, I've got the perfect solution for you. So I really want to get into it. And make sure you stick around to the end because I have a special deal on one of my favorite detoxes to do this time of year. It's the Vibrant Sugar Detox. So stick around for that at the end. If you, maybe you've never heard me speak before or don't know me, but my name is Lara. I am an intuitive health consultant. I combine my clinical pharmacy background with health coaching, Reiki, and medical intuition to help my clients lead happier, healthier lives. I am residency trained, board certified clinical pharmacist specialist, and I've worked in the field for pharmacy for 13 years. I'm also a master level practitioner of Asui and Angelic Reiki, a certified angel card reader, and I use medical intuition to uncover and dissolve the specific blocks affecting your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health. Because let's face it, it's all connected. I struggled with severe chronic allergies and migraines for the first 30 years of my life. I was diagnosed with IBS at the ripe old age of 23. After being disillusioned with Western medicine from both a patient's perspective and a practitioner's perspective, I committed to my path into integrative functional and energetic medicine in 2013. At that time, I decided to clean up my diet. I eliminated gluten, dairy, soy, and eggs, and really started educating myself about the truth behind food and what it really means to nourish. I added in a whole bunch of veggies and superfoods and grass-fed meats, and I learned the healthy way to cleanse and detox to allow our bodies to heal itself naturally. This has culminated into my passion to help teach others to heal themselves without the crutches of pharmaceuticals. It is now my mission to change how we approach our health. Instead of looking for a symptom to mask with a drug, I truly believe we need to examine our internal condition. We need to eliminate the crap physically, emotionally, and spiritually and fill our lives with love, joy, compassion, and kindness. These are the ways I believe to true whole health and happiness. So let's get into counting away the pounds. All right, so if you are hanging in there and watching with me, I would like you to try out the chat just so I know it's working from your end. Have you ever done a detox before? If so, let me know in the chat. And so during this webinar, we are mainly going to talk about detoxing and cleansing the body. This has innumerable benefits to your health and can support your weight loss goals as well. What is a detox, though? Is it something hard to manage? Does it mean starving yourself for days? Some of you may have never heard the term before, and others may have heard the term in abundance and still have really no idea what it means. So let's put these questions and confusions to rest. A detox does not have to be difficult, and it is not all about deprivation. Instead, detoxing is about unclogging the pipes in our bodies. So here's a huge news flash. Your body detoxifies itself all by itself. If you're constantly hammering yourself with environmental toxins and skimping on nutrients and hydration, your body's natural detoxification system can be inhibited. So detoxing, eating specific cleansing foods and drinking specific cleansing beverages, is a tool you can use in the comfort of your own home to awaken your senses, renew your body, and restore balance. Your body is still doing the detoxing, but food is helping your body do its job more efficiently. But when you detox, you're releasing toxins that get stored in your body in your fat cells and in different places. And these toxins are wreaking havoc on your natural metabolic processes and functions. So you get slowed down physically, mentally, and energetically. These toxins come from food, water, and even the air we breathe. Innumerable chemicals are used to grow and prepare and preserve the majority of the food we consume. When I was diagnosed with IBS, I had been working in a 15-acre greenhouse as a grower. My job every day was to spray chemicals, gallons and gallons of water mixed with crazy chemicals. No wonder my system was so screwed up and it took so long to heal. Our bodies process these toxins through the liver and the kidneys and eliminate them in the form of sweat, urine, and feces. So what does this have to do with sugar? Most people don't realize just how much sugar they're consuming on a daily basis. It's hidden in the many processed foods. It comes in many names and forms. And food companies are tricky. They really don't want you to make poor choices for yourself, but they disguise the sugar as well as they can to make a buck. So sugar is a toxin. There is scientific evidence that one of the most common types of sugar, which is fructose, can be toxic to the liver just like alcohol. Fructose is the sugar that makes fruit sweet. For most people, there's nothing wrong with eating fructose in its natural state in fruit. Nearly all added sugars contain significant amounts of fructose. Typically, high formulations of high fructose corn syrup can contain upwards of 50% fructose. Even an organic cane sugar contains 50% fructose. What's unique about fructose, unlike any other sugar, is that it's processed in the liver. Apple. Its sweetness comes with a lot of chewing that takes time. The apple's fiber slows down its processes in the gut. When we consume large amounts of fructose and added sugar, particularly in liquid form on an empty stomach, it slams the liver with more than it can handle, and this can cause liver damage. Too much sugar in the body also leads to digestive issues, blood sugar imbalances, fatigue, and at worst, diabetes. All right, so what is your biggest sugar weakness? Let me know in the chat. All right, So how do we avoid this toxicity? The sad truth is that the toxins are present in our environment and for the most part really cannot be avoided. Toxins are present in our food in the form of herbicides, pesticides, antibiotics, hormones, sugar, and a menagerie of other chemicals. When our body is exposed to toxins, it increases inflammation in the body and subsequently our risk for illness and reduces the functioning of our immune system. So to sum it up, toxicity leads to illness, weight gain, sleep deprivation, insomnia, dark circles under the eyes, poor digestion, irritability, and so much more. We can't eliminate the toxins from our lives altogether, but we can stay away from certain foods and environmental factors that can help immensely. Simple fact: avoid toxicity and you will be healthier. So here are some times of toxic overload. They're pretty straightforward, I think. Edema, if you're not familiar with that, is swelling in the extremities. Let's see, poor sleep, that can come in the form of both quality and quantity. Hormone imbalances can be anything from thyroid, adrenal, sex hormones, or even insulin is a hormone, which again, that is either glucose intolerance or full-fledged diabetes. And then candida can manifest itself in multiple ways in the body as well. Mild forms can just be GI discomfort and symptoms, to full-fledged forms would be thrush in the mouth, or chronic UTIs can be caused by candida overgrowth. Or if you have chronic athlete's foot or any sort of topical fungal overgrowth, oftentimes that's a huge sign of your microbiome being out of balance, which can be directly caused by too much sugar and too many toxins in your body. So this slide is specifically a list of toxins that can cause weight gain. And it can even start with just our cosmetics, the things we wash our hair with, the makeup we wear, the chemicals we breathe. We already talked about that. We didn't talk about heavy metal toxicity, but that can definitely prevent us from losing weight. Hormones and chemicals that are found in water. A lot of times we're not even thinking about the drugs that we take and we excrete them in urine and then they stay in our water. There's several water systems that have been tested and they've found antidepressants and hormone levels, and that's not normal and it's not good. And then, of course, the biggest one, I think, is stress, and the most preventable is stress. Stress is a toxin, and stress is definitely a killer. So what do we do about all this? Well, it's really easy to start improving your health right now, today. I teach this stuff in my detox programs, but I want you to have a glimpse inside of what I teach and what's in the programs that I have. So here are some simple tips to get you started on how to eat better. The first one is control your portions so you don't overeat. So the way you do that is you pre-prepare your portion sizes before you start cooking. And I even suggest to my clients that they do it all in one fell swoop for the whole week. So you planned out your meals, you planned out your portions, so you know exactly what you're going to eat and how much you're going to have. And that way, you know, it gives you structure and you're not as tempted to overindulge. The next thing, and this is something that I definitely struggle with, is chew at least 15 times per bite. Apart from the enzymatic benefits, this allows you to savor each bite, which is also really important for the feeling of satiation. But your stomach doesn't have teeth. So you really need to make sure that you're chewing your food. So when it does get to your stomach, it's not as hard for your stomach and your intestines to break down and absorb those nutrients. So it really it makes a huge difference to chew your food and slow down. If you have a hard time chewing slowly, try using chopsticks. This will put a physical barrier between you and the food. The slower pace you are in life, the more relaxed you are and the less stressed your body will be. So do you find yourself racing to work, speeding down the highway, or other parts of your day? Are you just always rushing from one thing to the next? this could be a sign in general that you need to just slow down in life and be more present. Because a lot of times when we're rushing, we're thinking about that next thing. So we're constantly future tripping instead of being present. And then also be intentional when you sit down to eat. When you eat to nourish, you become nourished. Another thing we talk about a lot in my detox programs is overcoming emotional eating. Sometimes we don't even see or know when we are just eating, just to eat, to ease the stress of the symptoms of stress and anxiety. So when you sit down to eat, create a peaceful space where you can savor what is on your plate. Don't be distracted by TV, radio, or books. Don't eat because you're upset or bored or emotional. Eat when you are actually hungry. If you find yourself doubting or not sure if you're actually hungry, then drink a big glass of water and then wait about 20 minutes. If you're still hungry then obviously eat something. But if you find yourself satiated after that, you're probably just dehydrated. If you're upset or emotional, try journaling, meditating, going for a walk, calling a friend, or listening to music before you reach for the food to fill the void. Did you know that there are some foods that can help reduce your stress? So even though we don't want to grab certain foods and grab foods in large quantity to reduce stress, there are some foods that naturally are filled with some good nutrients and good chemicals that can help us reduce stress. So one of the best ones and one of my favorites is dark chocolate. And I'm talking about real cacao, not processed cocoa. And this is considered a superfood. It's nutrients dense, it's high in antioxidants. But make sure when you're going to look for some good dark chocolate that you get at least 70% cacao. And if you can find anything that's raw, then that's even better. Bananas are really good also because they help raise your dopamine levels, which is a natural reward chemical. They also have B vitamins and potassium, magnesium. But just also be aware that bananas are technically a high sugar fruit. So just indulge in moderation with these. The next thing is protein, and I didn't put on here, but fat. So having a good balance of protein and fat can really help keep your blood sugar steady, and this can help balance your energy and your mood. If your blood sugar is spiking and then crashing throughout the day, then that's going to make you irritable and amplify those feelings of hunger when you might not really be. So again, protein and fat in the right amounts and at the right times is really key. Turmeric is a great one. You can have it in many different forms, whether it's raw or in capsule or powder. It's a great anti-inflammatory and it's really neuroprotective. Berries are also considered a superfood, high in antioxidants, and they also promote good dopamine levels. And then the last one are omega-3 fatty acids. Now, the slide says animal-based, but especially for vegetarians, and even myself, I'm not a vegetarian, but I love the plant-based because the plant-based omegas are actually higher concentrated, so you get more bang for your buck. And those are chia seeds, flax seeds, and hemp seeds. They're really great, and they can be ingested in so many different ways, in smoothies, or you can make them into like a porridge, cold or warm. But the animal-based ones, so there's something to be said there too, because there's a lot of bad press out there about especially red meat. But if you are eating from a grass-fed animal, then their fat is actually high in omegas and is actually really good for you and anti-inflammatory, not inflammatory. So I think there's something to be said for all those studies out there that show how bad red meat is for you cardiovascularly. They were all done with factory farmed meats. And those are really bad because those animals are really stressed. And so as the animals produce inflammatory markers, then you eat them, then you absorb them there, then in your body. So then you're inflamed. But when you get a healthy animal raised in a healthy environment, they are filled with all the good omega-3s, really anti-inflammatory and really nutritious for you. All right, so here are the foods to avoid. I think this is pretty straightforward. I will say one thing about caffeine. Caffeine from matcha and coffee in moderation, I think, is great and fine and good. But I will say caffeine from energy drinks is bad and can be really toxic to your liver. So if you're having, let's say, like a Monster or a Red Bull, then it's number one, filled with caffeine, filled with sugar. And we already talked about that liquid sugar going straight to your liver when it's unopposed. And so you're getting double duty hit to the liver there. And it's you can really put yourself into a bad liver failure if you way overdo it on energy drinks. So everything else here, like I said, I think is pretty straightforward. So this is an easy little recipe that I like to have. I drink it mainly in the summer, but sometimes I'll have it throughout the colder months too. But I love this seasonal beverage. The sea salt is great for managing your electrolytes. And I specifically say sea salt. If you have any of that old salt that has the girl with the yellow umbrella, throw that crap away. It is so bad for you. Just don't even bother like trying to recycle it or do it. Like just throw it away and do yourself a favor and go out and get some good sea salt. Or some of the pink Himalaya salt is really good. Lemon slices are good because that acid actually helps balance the pH in your GI system. And a lot of times our GI symptoms are caused because the pH is actually too alkaline. And so our GI system overproduces acid, and that's what causes the heartburn a lot of times. So people think they need to just keep chowing down on antacids, but sometimes that can actually be making your problem worse. So lemon slices are great. Cucumber slices provide antioxidants. You throw that into your pitcher of water, stick it in the fridge, let it infuse overnight, and the next day you have a yummy, refreshing drink that is also going to help you lose weight as well, because lemon has a natural diuretic effect, so it can help you lose water weight. All right, so integrative health means addressing the full range of physical, emotional, mental, social, spiritual, and environmental influences that affect a person's health. In order to lose weight, you have to make time for yourself. A holistic detox encompasses taking more time for yourself, snacking on healthier foods, and moving more, which some people call exercise. I like to call it movement. It's a lot less intimidating for those that are resistant to it. So just focus on moving more. Right now, I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just think to yourself, where do you want to invest your time? I'm sure there's plenty of things throughout the day that you don't want to do that you feel like you have to. But where do you want to invest your time? Okay. Now think about where and what can you give up and delegate out. If you can delegate something out, that means you have more time to give to yourself and the ones that you love and do the things that you love. Remember, no is a complete and loving sentence. Scheduling time for yourself is not selfish. It's an act of radical self-love. You can only serve from the cup for so long. If you serve from the cup for too long, it becomes empty, right? So when you serve from the saucer and do things to fill your cup daily, then you can keep giving and giving in a healthy way. Reassess your time management strategy. Is it working for you? Maybe it needs to be tweaked, or maybe it needs to be changed altogether. If you're super stressed out all day, worrying, running from thing to thing, honestly, that sounds like a time management strategy that's not working. And that's okay. It's good for us to reassess so we can improve upon things that's right for us. Taking time for yourself allows you to renew, heal, find peace, and create reserves of energy so you can be the light to your family, friends, and coworkers. Okay, open your eyes and write down anything that came up for you. Maybe you had some epiphanies of what you can delegate out or how you can reassess your time management strategy or things you can do that'll allow you to feel rejuvenated every day. Do you love yourself? That's a big question. I think it's something that most of us struggle with if we even think about it at all. But cooking for yourself and clean eating are some of the most simple acts of self love. It is scientifically proven that when you put what you put in your body alters aspects of your physical health, as well as your emotional and mental health, which then obviously impacts our social and professional lives. It's all connected. Did you know that your level of health has a direct correlation with your level of happiness, or at least your perceived level of happiness? Your body and mind are connected, and how you take care of yourself affects your peace and stress levels. Do I sound like a broken record yet? Are you noticing a theme here? If you find yourself stressed out most days, then this next tool is highly, highly recommended. How many of you meditate? If you do, or even if you don't, let me know in the chat. Maybe you hate it, maybe you tried it. My life changed in dramatic ways once I started meditating daily. Meditation is a great spiritual and self-loving practice that helps reduce stress, increase self-awareness, helps you focus on the present, and reduce negative emotion. But I can already hear you now. I don't have time to meditate. Who has time for that? But do you have 5 minutes? Do you have 15 minutes? Are you willing to get up 5 to 15 minutes earlier in the morning? That's really all it takes. So right now, I'm actually going to take you through a meditation for 1 minute, 60 whole seconds. That's all it takes to reduce your blood pressure, heart rate, and stress, which then reduces your inflammation. And like we already talked about, then reduces your chance for disease. But the most important part is you feel better after you meditate. So right now, close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Let it out. Let go of everything from your day. With each exhale. So again, breathe in through your nose, deep breath, and let it all out. Release all your to-dos. Release everything you have to do once this is over. Just be present right here, right now, with your breath. If you can, try and listen to your heartbeat. Deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Big exhale out. And notice that as you slow your breath, that your heartbeat slows as well. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to the room. That was really fast. That was only a minute. And I'm sure you noticed that just in that short time that you really did let go of whatever energy and stress you're holding on to. And your heart rate probably did slow down and your blood pressure probably did decrease. What does positive thinking have to do with detoxing? Positive thinking is a mental and emotional attitude that focuses on the bright side of life, and you expect positive results. Underline the word expect. Positive people anticipate happiness, success, and good health. This leads to better mindful and physical well-being, which helps in all aspects of your life. So if you go around all day expecting the worst, being negative, gossiping about negative things, watching negative news, being around negative people, then you will be practicing yourself into a state of negativity. Meditation is a practice and yoga is a practice. This positive thinking thing is also a practice. It doesn't just happen overnight, but it's something that you can start to do, and you can just start to notice when maybe you're around those people that aren't so positive, or you find yourself watching the news and feel your blood pressure rising. Maybe it's time to turn it off or change the channel. Every time you notice that something is not as positive as you want it to be, that's your chance to make a choice to change. Change your vibration, your attitude, your space. Are you around it? You can remove yourself. And from there, that's where the trickle effect will start to happen. Positive self-talk is vital to weight loss goals, health goals, and any really other goal that you want to accomplish. It breaks the negative messages and introduces optimistic thoughts. Positive talk improves your performance at any task, reduces your levels of stress, leading to better health, improved coping skills, and even boost your confidence. So changing your internal dialogue is a daily intentional practice. Once you start paying attention to how you talk to yourself, you'll probably be pretty shocked. I know I was when I first started doing this, when I really committed to changing to having a positive attitude and having more positive self-talk, at how consistently I was self-judgmental, down on myself, whatever it was. But I realized that that's the change it. What we believe is what we see. Most people say, well, I'll see it when I'll, but really what we believe is what we see. So if you believe you can lose weight, if you believe that you can reach that goal and you can see yourself already there and already have accomplishing it, then you will see it actually manifest into your life. Your body will energetically come into alignment with those thoughts that you are believing that those goals are already have happened. Love is a verb. It's an action, and actions speak louder than words. So this is true. What do you see when you look in the mirror? If we don't love ourselves, it's reflected in every other area of our life, and it makes change hard to achieve and to retain. So self-love is a prerequisite to peace and abundance. And unfortunately, it's not as easy as just saying it. Again, it's a practice. So be gentle with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Don't judge yourself if you feel like if you catch yourself beating yourself all the time, or when you look in the mirror, you say like, oh my God, my skin looks so bad, or oh my God, I look so fat, or whatever it is. As soon as you are aware of that dialogue, then you have the chance to change it. But it will take practicing and being aware and being willing. Being willing is really the first step. When you love yourself, you eat healthier and take care of your body. You find natural ways to reduce stress instead of emotional eating. You practice meditation, self-love techniques, and are mindful of the food you put on your plate. All in all, you lose weight naturally without dieting, without counting points, and you release more than just weight. You release all that energetic crap that you've been carrying with you for years, probably. So to recap, we've learned about toxins and what they are and why they're bad. We learned about simple steps to eating better that you can do today, right now, without waiting. We learned about foods that reduce stress. We learned that eating healthy is more than just about food. You saw that self-care is an act of love. You saw that 60 seconds of meditation can make you feel so much better. And you're here today because you want to lose weight, learn how to detox and clean up your mind, body, and spirit. So now is your time to finally flush out those toxins from your system and give your body the chance it needs to heal the inflammation and allow yourself to drop the weight naturally. So nothing I've shared with you today is theory or ideas. These are all things that myself and my clients have done over and over again. And I don't have any magic potions or silver bullets. I don't have any secret tools to access or expensive resources. I just have a system that works. And if I can do this, you can do this too. So I want to tell you about the program that you see here. It's called the Vibrant Sugar Detox, and it's a 6-week program. And what's included are shopping lists and meals and recipes for each week. Everything that you need is in here. You have a recipe guide with over 30 pages of recipes for tonics, juices, smoothies, snacks, breakfast, lunches, and dinners. And I have either a vegetarian or what I call the omnivore plan. And then you also have a printable food diary. So you can print it as many times as you need, or what I like to do is I print one and then I just fill out my journal every day with it. And the purpose of the food diary is to record how the food makes you feel. And it's really to help you uncover food allergies or sensitivities, or maybe things that are just triggers to your system. So it's not a tool for you to beat yourself up and say, oh my God, I ate too much chocolate today. It's really just for you to be cognizant of what you're ingesting and then how you're feeling afterwards. So that gives you the power to change it in the future. And let's see what else. We also get some extra resources and extra ebooks for each week. So each week you get a guide that covers different topics, and you get your shopping list and recipes for the week. And then you also have some mindfulness exercises to help you along the way. And then some of the extra ebooks include healthy snacks with recipes, a dining out guide, a supplement guide, and affirmations. So a lot of the benefits of this program, you'll be so amazed, like when you cut sugar out of your life, how much will change. Your hormones will be balanced, your mood will stabilize, you'll get better sleep, you'll improve your concentration, you'll have clearer skin, you'll have more and more consistent energy instead of some, peaks and crashes. You'll heal your relationship with food through this program. It'll help you break your addiction to sugar. And most of all, it'll help you lose weight. But all the weight loss to me is just an aside to all those other things that are just so good. So I have 2 options, and one of them is a self-guided option. So if you feel like you're good, all you really need are like the guidelines. Let's see. What's the word I'm looking for? Sort of like the scaffolding, the plan. Then I have that for you. If you are on my website and you're on drlaramay.com/live webinar, if you just scroll down below where you see the slides, then I have a link. So there's a link there for the self-guided program. And that will give you everything for all 6 weeks all at once. It's from a Dropbox link. But if you need some help, you need some guidance, you need some accountability and support, that's what I'm here for. So, but maybe you've never worked with a health coach before and you're not sure what a health coach is. So let me start by telling you what I am not. I am not a therapist, a dietitian, nutritionist, or personal trainer. But if you have trouble sticking to your goals, especially health-related goals, or if you struggle to keep calm or a positive mindset, if you have low energy, low motivation, if you struggle with work-life balance, if you find it difficult to prioritize your health over other things, if you rarely let yourself relax, and if you want to make healthy changes to your lifestyle but aren't sure where to start. If any of those sound familiar to you or like ring a bell with you, then working with a health coach could really benefit you and help you reach your goals and finally, break through those barriers that are preventing you. Health coaching requires willingness and commitment from you, the client. You have to want change in your life. I help clients make positive change and lasting change, specifically with their health in mind. I guide you through the process of creating goals and visions for your health and well-being. I help you develop healthy mindset, habits, and boundaries. Boundaries are huge. We dig deep together to find the answers within you. I ask questions rather than giving advice, and it's about uncovering what you want to do, not me telling you what to do. I provide encouragement, support, and accountability every step of the way to help you reach your goals. I am here to inspire you to continue moving forward. I'm an integrative health coach, meaning I look at the whole person in the context of their lives. We deal with the mental, physical, and spiritual of every challenge. And I personally help people develop step-by-step plans to help them with things like stress management, self-care, developing and maintaining a healthy mindset, balancing lifestyle with full schedules, cleaning up their diet, and decreasing inflammation with both food and lifestyle choices. So if you're ready to take that next step and get sugar out of your life and in the process lose a few pounds, then go ahead and either select the self-guided option or the working with me option. And if you want to read more about the program, I have an entire page dedicated to this program, and that link is down below as well. So I hope you have a fabulous evening and weekend. Thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you later. I can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dr. Lara May. That's DrLaramay. And I would love to hear your feedback or about topics or things that you want to know more about. I am here to serve you. And so I love putting together things that you want to know about. It's not just about me telling you what I think you should know. So please let me know what you want to know so I can put that stuff out there for you. Like I said, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later.